think so. So it's an hour long what I want to show you.
Okay.
A candid conversation about filming and friendship as Grand Prairie filmmaker Monty Simo faces the pending loss of his film partner and lifetime best friend. So there's your line that you're asking about.
Cool. Yeah. I was assuming. Be honest.
With that, get comfortable and we'll watch.
This is my husband, Monty Simo. He started the stories before.
You think so?
Are you a little worried? Worried about what? Whatever the hell my line is supposed to be.
And he's a filmmaker, and this is his latest project.
I got you, baby. I got you.
The film festival, what can we say? We'd laugh, we'd cry, we'd do it all again. Yeah. It's a diagnosis of his tumor then.
Yeah.
Well, it's spectacular so far.
And so talk to me a bit more about Jay.
Writing all along has been collaborative with him. He didn't put the application in. He didn't do the sound checks and all the craziness in here. And I hope he likes it as a tribute. I don't know.
He's going to think that has been a wonderful thing to have done with you.
I hope so.
What did she say?
A wonderful thing to have done with you.
You got it.
Get back to the kids.
So good. And my comment from my filming comment from last time in the second and third, and maybe it's just you got used to it. The rare
Where to use the wide
cut
shot or not, right?
is sort of why the second and third. It's good,
Right.
but yeah, it's really good.
I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, no, I need to update a little, but
Right.
I do need to.
What's the update?
That I'm still alive. That I did another triathlon.
Yeah.
Because it's after that with Karen, and
Yeah.
that was very cool. And
I was going to send it to you, but I wanted to have the chance
this is
sit
so
down together.
a million times better.
Yeah.
And I realized that might not have been possible or whatever, but because it was, it really worked out perfectly.
Good. Yeah. And it's close to, as always, like typical Undone films, close to not working.
Yeah,
I just don't have the time.
Yeah.
We're going to play cards instead.
Yeah, exactly. That's the best. That's the best example.
Yeah. There's some aspect of getting your permission, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe emotional permission for sure is part of it. Nobody's seen this. In fact, I want to get emotional. Dustin saw it. He's the only one. Chris saw it. And I needed feedback. So I sent it to him, and he really appreciated it. In fact, he helped me with the synopsis. And when he read the synopsis, that's when he was like, oh, this is such a great thing, or he thought it was through the roof. Now, that being said, he thought Dust in the Wind was about him entirely, which I drew a lot. But yeah, we've talked about that one. Any Undone films, legacy kind of, and it's too big of a pressure. I'll start it off and see where we go, but I'm thinking overarching. I thought you might be hurt, and I saw your reaction quite genuinely that you weren't in the middle of it.
Yeah, no.
But, and it just...
Even though I knew when I was watching, I was thinking in my head that they don't see that it's joyful for me watching this.
It just wasn't how it was conceived.
Okay.
It was conceived as us closing the Undone Films chapter.
Yeah.
And it became about losing you and losing my film partner.
And it felt right numerous times that it wasn't between you and me. And like you said, that's going to then be a different film. So.
Yeah.
But just watching it and just feeling like, no, this is right.
Yeah, good.
So that was cool.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
It'll be one of the first things we'll have to tell Krista when we go inside is that it felt right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Really. It really did.
It's the end of Undone Films.
Yeah, and that I could tell my brain couldn't even really understand.
Mm-hmm.
Like I certainly thought about that and that hit me,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't one that hit me and I could just like, in it.
Yeah.
And that, I don't think that.
Right. You gotta unzip. Sorry, James. You got the microphone on.
Okay, I'm like, I can feel that.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Sorry for that.
It's fine.
I,
Or I can move it if you want to zip up.
well, as long as it didn't know, that's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of films, the one we, in there, what's the one from the, in 2015 from the award? Got an award in 2015, award me money.
Again, you.
It's not 2015?
A grant. No, I don't know
Grant.
dates at all.
Right.
One that's in there that has a grant, and I think what you're saying, Leaving Sid.
Yes.
That was one of the first times maybe that it really hit that you weren't.
I just felt there was so much I was getting hit with there and how I was useless because I'm just constantly getting, I can't do this, I can't do that. And you were really good about it even though your mind was being blown by all the other people. And you even like asked me to deal with some of the other people that you had to deal with. So
that one was one of those realization of, I can't do as much as I used to be able to do.
Mm-hmm, that's probably, yeah. That's
then,
exactly what it is. I worded it probably differently in my head.
Right. And then Dust in the Wind, however many years later that was your first time returning to realizing I have a lot to contribute and a lot to give as a film partner. Does that sound fair? Because that's the way I read it.
Yeah, no, it's right. And my first thought about that film was just how good it is.
Yeah.
I guess it took a long time to get over something independent of that. You learned to do my principal activity better than me. That took a little to get over it, like the editing and that type of thing. Just because that was my specialty, and you got better than me, so you were doing it.
Right.
So that was in combination thing.
Yeah.
I think that was tricky.
Right. Well, and you were such a part of it.
Yes,
Do you know
and
what I
that
mean?
was sort of that was me a bit getting back to how I used to be.
That was the first time you.
It really did.
So who would you want to show it to?
Anyone, but I mean, Karen's gonna have her time. I was thinking my parents, Karen, but Jill, and maybe the first one that actually came up was my Kerry's, and probably Brian. Yeah, and this is what affects you. I won't show it to anyone, sort of thing.
There is something I'm looking for from you, and I don't have words for it. And I don't know if you can give it. Like, I really want to take the pressure off that way. But when Dustin died, I was surprised at how much I couldn't or haven't let go. And there's something, feeling like you're here and we can talk about it, about filming and letting go of some of that part, or letting go of, I don't know. We'll talk lots more about it, I'm sure.
Yeah, and that's something I don't know and never sort of know or understand. I think of it as when I'm sitting in this bed that then I will be able to explain those things and have those feelings. But
But what you're talking about, I think, is mortality and dying. and letting go of the world or letting go of friendship and all that. But our filming partnership.
Mm-hmm. And it may be just, it's overcompensated, but just being with you is so wonderful.
Thanks.
That overtakes the sorrow. Is honestly what, you know.
Sure.
I always say it, and you know more what it really is. It's the connection. It's us, is what I feel, and it is certainly. And the line, the obvious line, certainly hit me about. It's about you.
The other guy.
Yeah, and it wasn't quick that it hit me, but there's lines in there that sort of hit you over the head. So I require. But yeah, it wasn't right at the beginning at all. Just, yeah. I can feel, like my head's so happy, I can feel it in my stomach.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think, oh, it's from the tea. I'm not watching anything. But yeah. I don't know what that means or anything.
Mm-hmm. So you were consistent in all film, and for sure sensibility, and as we're talking now, and I will miss that a lot. That's, you know, as we're setting up cameras or playing in here a little bit, that you get it. You get the excitement of it, and you get my weaknesses in it.
And the getting the people or whatever, it was almost to be there for you to just like, lip off isn't the right word, but just like be able to let it out.
Yeah, as a friend, as my closest friend, to be able to be shooting and be able to be losing my mind, or because every film has the moment where it's not going to happen. Every film has that choice of, are we going to do this or not? And you go through that low moment with me. Yeah, and maybe that is what I'm trying to say thank you for, is all those films that were made. That you need that best friend on set to keep it going. End it there, you think?
Sorry?
Shall we end it there?
Yes, sounds good.
End it there with a hug? Try not to crash. You're tall. You can reach me.
You can't move around at the table and stand beside each other.
Thanks, Jay. Good news is I heard a camera click off.
Okay.
Just right now. Truly.
Didn't want to show the next.
Sorry?
Didn't want to show what happens next.
Yeah, exactly. Clear the table.
There was a second click later.
Well, maybe everything's died. Maybe we don't have any of it.
Well, I mean, and as always, there was a couple times it feels like this is almost the end, and just go on or whatever.